Okay, so after I have this made in my sketchbook, I'm going to give you a small square green sheet, and I'm going to give you a sheet practice facial features that look like this. Balls, a nose, and two different mouths to draw. This does two things. It A, gives you practice before you do your portrait, and B, gives you practice with the kind of grid transfer system we're going to use with our actual portrait, which will help you try and get more accurate than just drawing without a grid, okay? So I'm going to make a viewfinder with this green piece of paper. So I'm just going to put a scissor, not all the way through. I'm like making like a capital L. So you can see I have an L. And now I'm going to take this scrap and the same thing, a second L. This middle bit, recycle, trash, actually. This inside, what I'm gonna do, line this up on my 1-inch grid, and I'm gonna make a little viewfinder. I'm gonna take tape, and tape this together. I'm also going to write my name in case I drop it on the floor. Mrs. Hughes can find it and get to me. Okay, so I've taped this so that I have a little viewer 1 inch at a time. Okay, then what I'm going to do is across the top, I'm going to number these 4, 6, 7, 8. Down the side, I'm going to letter. You have one extra row on the paper. The paper's 1 inch bigger than the photocopy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a careful contour line drawing of each of these shade. So what that means I'm doing is I'm taking my viewfinder, I'm finding the 1 inch square, I'm in, out here photocopy. Now I'm going to come out here to A1, and I do also, I like marking like the and the quarter on these, really regular way to measure what I'm doing. Now out here in square A1, I can see that I have a line that goes just in, angles out and down. And now I have this weird thing that comes at the corner and pretty much sits right at the 3/4. Oh, that's straighter than I drew it. And now I have this line here that angles this way. So all I'm doing is drawing the, walk close enough. All I'm doing is drawing the shapes that I see in that box. Then I'm moving to the next one. It's a way to trick your brain because I'm not anything really specific. I'm drawing a bunch of weird lines and shapes, and I have a really regular way to see where they are that guides the lines that I make. And I can just go from one square to the next. See one, we have the stop of this little image, this curve, I have this one light spot, and that's it. Gonna move to the next. All I have is the line for the bottom. I move up in this square. I have a little bit of a shadow here, just a hint. So I'm just gonna draw light lines there. I have this shadow. That's about it. Move to the next square. Now I have most of an eyeball. But I can see that this lid line starts under a half and arches out to a quarter. This top section is the shadow. So you can see how I'm just using the viewfinder to stay really, really close to the photo. This is how we'll work on your self-portrait photos too, so that I can help. It gives me a really regular way to help. It also will make your drawing super, super accurate. After I've made the full contour line drawing, to shade as closely as I can I switched up these photos, so I don't have a finished one to switch to, like a cooking show, right? All right, so after I've got the contour line done, my job then is to shade as accurately as I can this photograph. I always like to start someplace where I can see that it's dark. Right away I see that I've made a mistake with my drawing, so I've just adjusted it with the shadows. Okay. Do you guys have the idea of what you need to do? Yep. Okay, super.